this one because I thought it was gonna be very simple. But today, working on the Skyline, doing this. So I'm replacing pedals. So these got these old rubber pedals and I'm putting in nice aluminum ones. But you gotta get this around that, which has been a pain in the ass. So I actually had to get on YouTube and watch a couple videos for how other people were doing it, and they were doing this. Dropping them in water and letting it sit to let the rubber soften up to get it around that. So I will go ahead and do that to get these aluminum pedals in here, but I know it's gonna make things look a lot better because that doesn't look all that cool, but these do. And the cool thing is this is actually aluminum. I thought this was gonna be plastic, but it's actually the whole aluminum pedal. So this is all Nissan parts. I got them from Trust. So there's a whole bunch of part numbers. Maybe I'll put them in the video when I post it. But gonna continue this install. I'm hoping the rest is easier because that's been a pain in the butt. But if the rest is easier, you know, this will be an easy install. I thought it was gonna take 10-15 minutes, and here I am like 30 minutes later. Don't even got a damn pedal on. So while that continues to sit in the hot water, I've already got this pedal off. So for anybody doing this, there's a little clip. So this is actually clipped around there to hold it at the top. So I put a screwdriver in to pry that clip open. And then once you get that open, you can pop this top piece off and then pull that off of this little thing right there. So you'll slide that off and it comes right out. So that's the first step. Pretty easy, so not too hard. Ran into my first problem. So this kit came with the bushings and it came with different bushings. So this bushing comes with a big hole. So that's great, but it's too big for my accelerator pedal. And this bushing came with a small hole and it's too small for my accelerator pedal. So I need one that's just right, like freaking Goldilocks. But this is probably what I'm gonna have to do is drill this out to make it big enough to fit onto here, because that doesn't fit. And then if I put this one on, the one with the big hole, it's too big and it wobbles around and I don't want that. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is drilling this out just a little bit just to get it on there and see if that works. I'm gonna put some more thought into it before I get to drilling, because if I screw this up, I'm kind of stuck. But we'll see what I do. So I brought the trusty handy dandy caliper out. So that is 9mm, and miraculously this one is 10mm and that one's 8mm. So I've got to wallow this one out. It's actually like 7.6 or 7.7mm, but the outside is 14mm, so it's only about a ½ millimeter to wallow out, you know, on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and wallow that out with a screwdriver, or not screwdriver, but with a drill, and get this wider so this bushing will fit around that. And then I'll be able to put this on. This pedal is actually going to be pretty easy after I drill that out. And after what I swear has been about 20 minutes of fighting, I've got exactly one pedal in. And that was all 20 minutes of fighting for this one pedal. So I would say the easiest way is to get the top on first and then push it down, because the bottom has this rubber edge where you can mess around with. The top, this aluminum will block you from doing anything up there. So get it up top around the edges and then push it as far down. And then once you get it in there, play around, get yourself a little stubby screwdriver and play around with trying to pop the back around the edges. And then once you get that, you'll get it all around and it'll be on. But for the glory of looking, that's what the two pedals look like compared to each other. So aluminum versus the regular factory stock stuff looks a lot better. So continue working on this. I gotta go wallow out this bushing, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Well, I'm lucky to have this big old DeWalt set of drill bits that goes by 64ths. So I will walk it up until that hole is 9mm. Slowly, one by one, every 1/64th of an inch. Drill in, get to 1mm or 1/64th wider, and then test it again. Just to make sure I don't make it too big, because I got one shot at this, or I'll have to buy another bushing, which I don't want to do. So let's see how this goes. So one cool thing about my handy dandy caliper is it does inches, it does millimeters, 9.04mm, does inches in like whatever the number form, but it does it in fraction form. So 9mm is 23/64, which just so happens to be one of the sizes I have, 23/64. So I've already drilled this out to 23/64. And I mean, this is not gonna be suspenseful because I've already tried this, but this hole is now 9mm big, and we are going to test it out live, which I've already tested. I know it works, but it's kind of cool. And anyways, so this hole, which is 9mm, now this is snug, but oh, does it fit? It fits in there. And I don't think this is gonna rotate too much because this is flat. So I think this bushing is just in here to give it something to move on, because all of this is just gonna sit on there. So when I press the pedal, it's not like this rotates at all, but even if it does, like I can rotate it with my hand. So that would definitely rotate with my foot, but it's in there. So that's a success. So I've got my handy dandy bushing in here, but the GTT pedal, since it's plastic, has this plate here The GTR pedal, which I'll try to post a video of, is just the bar itself because this is all aluminum. So that force there will hold it. So I've got to cut this out. So it should be just 2 welds there I have to cut out. Shouldn't be too hard. I'll have to bring my handy dandy sawzall in here and cut that off. Right now I'm working on that because these pedals suck ass. Just getting those on is a pain. So I'm going to warm it up again. I was fighting with it and didn't get it in before it got too cool. So I'm going to warm it up again and try again. Yay for pedals. I swear, this handy dandy sawzall, oh, I just fucked up my damn dash. But anyways, got a little gash right there. My handy dandy sawzall is a very, very nice thing. So I had to cut through that. This big piece of metal right here had to cut through, but the sawzall cut it off, so I got that off. And now this should fit in perfectly. So slide that in there and just put it down. And I've got a pedal. You got to put the little clip on the back, but that's all it is. And I'll put a video, a picture of the GTR pedal itself, showing there's nothing behind this. It's just a bar. So it was okay to just cut this off. So yeah, got that pedal. Still stuck on this one though. I'll get that on there eventually, someday, hopefully. Yeah. All right, well, I decided to work on this one because I'm still stuck on that one. So this one's easy. You just pry out the bottom. It's got a little lip right there. And you just slap this back in. So it just fits in there like this. And then I think this is probably gonna be harder because it's metal, so it doesn't bend as well. But just push it in, and it's in there. So now, got most of this set in there. Just one thing is not like the others. We'll get that done in a second, hopefully. It might, well, minutes, plural, because this is gonna suck. Oh, the final product, it's actually all in there, so looks kind of good. One slight issue is these new NISMO. Nice, I get to pull this off. Let's see if I can do it on camera. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? I don't know if I can get it one hand. Oh, yes, I can. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Nice NISMO floor mats, which look a lot better than my old floor mats. Have a gap here. Don't know why that gap is there, but nobody will ever know. I mean, not very many people are gonna be sitting on this side, but yeah, that gap's there, while the old Skyline one, which I don't like because they look kind of weird. I don't know, this is like a cool style back in the day, but that looks kind of stupid to me, this pattern. But you know, those are the old ones, but they have this nice cutout to fill that gap there, while the NISMO ones don't. Well, got everything in here. Sadly, with the cage, of course, these rear mats won't fit, so I got to cut those up. But I wanted to look at this. A lot of stuff when you buy it in Japan comes as a cool, like, certificate. So it looks authentic. It's got a little stamp at the bottom. So I got a couple of NISMO parts that have this, and now I've got another NISMO part that has this.